It's Sarah. Um, gonna talk about the Psych Eval today. Going into all the info about me, though. My name is Sarah, and I'm having the RNY gastric bypass with Dr. Wagner from St. Francis Weight Center in Memphis, Tennessee. Highest weight's 405, current weight 400, and I am 5'10". I haven't included that at all either. I am 5'10". So put y'all into perspective a little bit with that. So go into the Psych Eval, which I had June 30th. I did my Psych Eval, and I actually had recorded a video with that, and I explained it in my last video too. There's two videos back to back. I explained that I was so rambly, like the whole drive home from Memphis, I was just rambling. It was a probably over 30-minute video. It was probably about 30 minutes. So, and I didn't want to upload that for y'all. And also, it was sitting on my dash, and all you could see was my steering wheel and just hear my voice. And so, I didn't want to bore y'all with that. So, I didn't upload it. But I'm going to go into it now. So, the Psych Eval was good. It was okay. Basically, I walked in and sat down with him after introductions and everything, and the first thing he said to me, which put me at ease, because I've never been to any type of therapist or anything like that before, but he put me at ease, and he basically was like, we're not really going to talk about your feelings, we're not going to talk about anything like that, I'm just going to make sure, that, you are mentally capable of taking care of yourself. This visit is not to hinder you from getting your surgery at all. I'm not going to stop you from getting your surgery as long as you are a mentally capable person. So, basically, we just went into questions, making sure that I was, coherent enough to be able to take care of myself, go to doctor's appointments, things like that. I can find my way around, things like that. We did go into my past a little bit, but he just kind of touched on it, made sure that I was okay with everything that had happened in my past. I mean, it's not, that's a whole different video, my past and everything. Not only, like my medical conditions and the recurrent losses that me and my husband have had, but also like further back into my past, incidences that have happened then as well. Just made sure that, I was okay with it. And I am, I'm not a person who really dwells on things. I'm not a crier, and I'm not a big, let's talk about feelings kind of person. I'm just like, A, B, and C has happened. I've come to terms with that. They have happened. I don't dwell on it. It's not something that, is rare. It is something that has occurred, to a lot of people. Mostly females. So, it's not, I don't blame anyone, anything, or anything like that. It's just something that has happened, and it is part of, it is something that has molded my life to the person that I am now. But it's definitely not a contributing factor to who I am. I'll just leave it at that. So, he just made sure that I do have coping mechanisms to be able to, fully, I'm not going to self-harm or anything like that, whether it be mechanically or if it be with food or, emotional self-harm or whatever. So he just made sure of that. And made sure I had a good support system and everything like that. And then we went into the actual surgery, and, I kind of had to tell him step by step, what was going to happen, what I needed to do before and after surgery, and things like that, just to make sure that I was, mentally capable of being able to handle all of that, and that I knew what I was getting into. That basically was the whole psych eval. There wasn't anything else. So definitely, if y'all have problems with the psych eval part, for one, put yourself at ease that he is only there to make sure that you are mentally capable of doing this procedure, and that you're going to be able to take care of yourself. You don't have to, continue to go in unless you want to, unless there's something pressing on your chest, on your heart, on your mind, unless there's something pressing that you need to talk about and you need to find have coping mechanisms and, need help with that, then by all means, go see a therapist. Continue to see that physician if you like him or her, and need to get that done. But by no means is that person there, to hinder you from getting your surgery if you are a fully capable adult. As long as you are fully capable mentally, emotionally, you know what you're getting into, they should not be stopping you. And if they do stop you, then you need to be your own advocate, and you need to go find a different doctor to do this psych eval recommendation, because that's all it is. It's just to evaluate you, to make sure you know how to do your activities of daily living, to take care of yourself, showering, brushing your teeth, fixing your food, stuff like that. You can find your doctor's offices, and you know how to look at a calendar and say, hey, my appointment is on this day at this time. You know how to get there, and after surgery, everything that you have to do, that you can't go into a restaurant and then chug down a 20-ounce steak. You can't do that. So, that's my recommendations for that. I'm a big, being a nurse, I'm a big, supporter of people being their own patient advocates. You need to be your own advocate of your health care. You need to make sure that the doctor that you're seeing is there for you, not for their money, that they have your best interest at heart, and you need to make sure that you know everything about your history, and everything to go into your medical care. That's my spiel on that. But that's about all I have to say with that. I don't have much more to say. This is way shorter than the other one. I'm telling y'all, it was 30 minutes. I was going into it. I don't even really remember what I was talking about. But that's all I got, y'all. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Like me, subscribe, and I will talk to y'all later. Like I said in my last video, I do have a cardiac clearance coming up later this month, August 26th. So I will come back at y'all after that one, let you know what's going on that, and then we submit to insurance and we'll get a date. So excited. I'll see y'all later. Bye.